Good morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Java, brought to you as always by our friends at the Get Go Cafe and Market, where for a limited time only they're doing the pumpkin spice thing.
Yeah, pumpkin spice. I mean, I've been getting pumpkin spice lattes every day, but yeah, pumpkin cheesecake milkshake is the
Pumpkin everything.
Yeah.
It's just become a pumpkin world.
I mean, you gotta get it all in now before it goes away. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Before that goes away, there it is up there. We're not embarrassed about focusing on the scoreboard. Penguins 7, Flyers 1, and when you see the team performing the way it is right now, Taylor, and at the same time, we talked about this whenever all the bunch of guys were hurt, and all the players came up from Wilkes-Barre and did the job. Now the reverse is happening. Who's going to go back? What are they going to do here?
Yeah, I mean, Lafferty, he's played his way, like he's earned his spot, but
in the NHL.
Yeah, just by virtue of him being the league forward who doesn't need waivers to go down.
That's the punishment.
I mean, he's going to have to because unless they make a trade,
yeah.
I mean, it's going to have to be him. But even the guys we talked about, guys who were looking like bad, like even just a couple weeks ago, like Cahoon, he's earned his way, I think.
Isn't it funny how that works, though? Right? That's not a coincidence.
No.
I mean, it's Cahoon. It's when you look around the rest of the room, Zach Aston Reese. Remember, about 5 or 6 games in, we're like, "What's up with Zach Aston Reese?" Zach Aston Reese has gone out and gotten it done. That's the beauty of these guys coming up. But the bad part, I can't get past this, is now we know that Sam Lafferty belongs in the NHL. He has to go back down because you can't have him sitting in a press box with me and you. He's got to play.
Yeah, he's got to go, and he's going to be on the first line down there. And, I mean, we'll probably see him go down this week. Because, Malkin, he's aiming for a return Saturday against Edmonton. That's the earliest he could return because of the long-term IR. It sounds like he was ready to go, at practice, but, he was just not
this
eligible.
Works out nicely because after this, they have a bunch of days off until Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I don't know, who do you scratch next game?
Well, that's what happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was sitting up there, and when I got here a little late, you and Dave were here early, and I looked at the line combinations, and I said, "Oh no, Lafferty."
Yeah.
And then I went, "Well, who would I have taken out?"
Yeah.
And that's where you start, especially. But once you put the waivers into the equation.
Yeah. Lafferty goes down, but then someone still has to come out. I feel like it might be Aston Reese, but even then, it's not like he's necessarily earned his way out.
What about Blucher?
Blucher's another option too. Yeah. I mean, we could see them guys.
It also
coming in
might
and out.
depend on the opponents too. When you're facing Edmonton, you're facing a team that skates, doesn't hit anybody or anything. So we'll see.
So you're telling me that Dominic Simone is not going to go from the first line to out of the lineup?
No, probably not. I mean, if anyone is still arguing that line should be broken up by now, I don't know what you're watching, or if you're even,
We're still seeing it though. So explain how you can watch. I mean, I know that they destroyed Elliott. I mean, this was just not a good example. You can't just say, Dominic Simone, 3 points, a goal and 2 assists, career high in points with the Penguins. You can't just look at that and just say, oh my goodness, he's incredible. But what they've been doing over the last, several games, I mean, he's been a part of a top line that's doing some good hockey.
Yeah, I mean, Simone doesn't have to score for that line to be working. It's not like he scores and it's like, ha, told you so, we were right. No, because, I mean, they've been doing all that good stuff before, and a lot of it involved, like, Gensel and Crosby score much more when he's on their line, right? And a lot of it is because he's not trying to score. Like, I don't know, you look back to that game against the Ducks and Gensel's first goal this season. That a big reason why that happened is because Simone wasn't trying to score. How many guys are going to be in front of the net going for the redirect or the deflection? He's taking away guys' sticks, and that's the good stuff we've been seeing from that line. Of course, it's nice to see him chip in too. But
yeah, and I mean, we've talked about it in the past where even some of the times when he's shooting, it doesn't look like he's putting on a super heavy shot that's intended to hit the back of the net. It's a super heavy shot that's intended to hit a chest or to hit the pads, just create chaos, right? And I mean, we saw it. He had plenty of space on his goal. He walks in, he picks his spot, and he fires a nice wrist shot. But on, Crosby's goal, he fires a puck across the ice, through multiple sticks. I mean, he made the play himself.
Yeah, he had 2 assists tonight. It's a career high 3 points for him. He's had 2 points a few times, but yeah, 3 points. That's a big night for him. But yeah, anyone that's still arguing that line should be broken up, it's like they're flat earthers. I think that's what we've used before.
Looking at you, Kyrie Irving.
Sunday. You're supposed to do yo.
Yo.
Sunday.
Yo.
I miss the Flyers.
Yeah, man, me too.
I miss the Flyers.
Well, you know, in the middle of the game, I put out this, like, somebody looked angry, and it was probably the guy you're about to bring up.
Yeah,
but somebody
there was
looked
one
angry.
guy that was mad on the whole team. It was Travis Konechny.
I'm like, don't write them off yet. I mean, they look angry for a shift, and then all of a sudden it was over.
They're not the Flyers. They're not even close to the Flyers. The only thing that's still Flyers about the Flyers, well, 2 things. One, Zach Aston Reese hits some dude clean down in the corner, right? And Justin Braun, pins him against the wall, all right? And then, is that the audio? Okay, and then like this. And then Voracek comes in, Mr. Courage, and starts left-handed rabbit punching him, right?
You can hit me if you want.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I just wanted video.
There's got to be employment rules against that. But that's not the Flyers. Travis Konechny running guys. Penguins were really mad about Konechny, by the way. Nothing on the record. But they were upset with what he was taking. They said runs from the red line constantly.
Yeah, and I saw right in front of me Chris Letang after he had kind of been taken on one of those runs. He did the classic Chris Letang, and you see him winded up from the corner, and he starts charging straight at Konechny right out in the middle of the ice. He got a piece of him. He didn't take him.
No, he didn't get him the whole way. Yeah.
But it was enough to say hey, dude, I'm mad about what you're doing right now.
There's one thing left about the Flyers that's still Flyers.
They'll let a goalie face 6 goals before.
God, they still can't identify. They have a legitimate, I think, possible franchise goaltender in Carter Hart. They come into this building.
It's not just you. Just to clarify.
They come into this building, and they say, "Sit down, kid. We're going to put the grizzled veteran, the fearless leader, tough guy, Brian Elliott into the net." What did they think was going to happen here?
Here's the one thing that I'll give them on that is that Elliott was one of NHL's 3 stars of the week last week. I know, who cares? But he was playing good hockey coming into this. It's not like he was playing bad hockey.
He's Brian Elliott. He's Brian Elliott. I mean, and then they put the kid in the third period. All I know is there's the last good goaltender the Flyers have had, and Molinari will back me on this. There's no franchise like it in the NHL. It goes all the way back to the 1980s, and that's Ron Hextall. It's incredible.
The one thing that I really liked from Carter Hart too, and you have to feel bad for the guy because he's not being given the chance to play out of anything.
Yeah.
When he was their workhorse through the second, the final third of last year.
Yeah.
But on Crosby and I think it was Gensel, they had a 2-on-1, and Sid hit him with that more patience than mercy hospital kind of thing, and he's just standing there. Hart didn't waver at all. He just sat there
and he reacted whenever Sid tried to make the pass.
Right.
It was just, he's a good goalie. Let him play, man.
Let him play.
Let him play against Pittsburgh.